Hello, everyone. Mary Esther Miranda Gilbert here, back again. Well, tonight was the Friday night live call with the True Health Mastery Institute of Holistic Personal Health Management, and things are picking up over here. We had a great conversation tonight, and I think the members learned a lot. I did not record it because it's getting to the point where there is some level of, privacy behind the barrier, the doors of the True Health Mastery Institute that requires exclusive information for members only. So right now, it's still in the recruiting stages. So people are inviting their guests, and guests are welcome to join us at this period of time as the recruiting process or acquiring new members is going on. But I wanted to share with you tonight what we talked about, what the subject matter was, and maybe it will show everyone out there what the True Health Mastery really is about. So I'm going to share my screen right now and let you know what the subject matter was for the Zoom call tonight. So mostly it's going to be about the medical doctor that I saw on the internet. He's very famous, very well known. I'm not going to mention his name because I don't normally like to say anything bad about, practitioners, whatever their modalities are. Definitely not. We are all trying to help humanity. I understand that. And most doctors have, the best intentions. So I'll leave it at that. We were able to discuss that a little bit more at length during the private meeting for members tonight. But yeah, so the doctor that I saw was introducing peptides as a supplement. And he was talking about what peptides are and what his peptide products are about. So he's got this whole array of peptide products, but they happen to be synthetic. And so that was a red flag for me, because if you don't know what a peptide is an intermediate small protein as the result of digesting protein foods, animal-derived foods. So as we digest animal-derived protein foods, the body breaks down these large protein molecules into smaller, shorter chains of amino acids. So it goes from being a complete protein molecule, and after digestion, or as the digestive process takes place, they become smaller proteins called peptides. So peptides can be, composed of various numbers of amino acids, which is the basic building block of all body proteins, or all proteins, that exist. So in the digestive process, it goes from the animal-derived protein, goes through and undergoes the peptides, or become the peptides, and then further breaking down of those molecules is when they become just the amino acids, individual amino acids. So those amino acids are used to regenerate all body proteins at the cell level. So that's basically what a peptide is. The body produces its own peptides, obviously as a result of digestion, digesting protein foods. It produces its own peptides, which is about 7,000 of the natural peptides that the body forms all the time. So the supplements that are out there are actually taken in as a supplement, right? And so they're not going to be utilized the same way as a natural peptide that forms from the result of digestion. So so basically what I went to research after listening to this doctor with his sales pitch in introducing the synthetic peptides, he casually mentioned, toward the end, oh, they do have some side effects. But during this talk of his, he was describing, oh, you've got to exercise and you've got to eat right, and, saying all the right things. But interspersed, he was introducing his synthetic peptide supplements. So I decided to dive into the scientific research, which is what I normally do, I always do, and I decided to see if these synthetic peptides were safe. Okay, it turns out they were not. The scientific research that I turned up shows that there are so many different side effects that people have been, tested, and scientific studies have been done on people since, they've been around for many years now. And so they were found that there are many adverse side effects from taking these synthetic peptides. So these are not something that I would advocate as a nutritional physiologist, and having taught my clients and students and audiences and readerships for 45 years, delving into the scientific literature and discovering how the human body works, and how nutrients are the absolute fundamental way to stay healthy and recover from any manner of ailments. I've shown that to be true, both through the scientific research that matches the response or the results of my clients. So when the science matches the outcomes of individuals, their experiences, their healing experiences, then you've got something, right? When the science agrees with people's experiences who have applied the protocols that I derive from the science. Okay, so I have made a few notes here. It's not something that it would not be a final draft of something that I would, provide to the public, but these are just my private notes. But I wanted to make sure that I covered everything that I discovered today. I'll show you some scientific research that I derived this information from. This is what I do. I see something and I suspect there's something, incomplete or just not right about information that's being distributed out there on the internet, that people who don't have enough information about how their bodies work and how nutrients work in the body, and haven't done the years of research that I've done. I've seen so many infomercials and so many people selling their supplements online on the internet, and once in a while you see a doctor who is asserting, his or her supplements, right? So I found that after all these years of research and education and experience and practice, and seeing my clients' results, I see a lot of missing pieces of information in so many of these assertions that are out there in these health advisors. So I always have to pinpoint that and point it out, educate the masses and fill in the gaps of information. It's always science-based. It's not something that I make up. Definitely not. I always back everything I say with the most legitimate peer-reviewed science that's out there, up-to-date research kind of thing. So this is what I discovered. I discovered that synthetic peptides they're difficult to utilize in the body, as an endogenous supplement, something that you take in from the outside. But synthetic peptide side effects are very dire, as you'll see in a moment. So, do doctors know best when it comes to supplements? I would not say so. It's not been my experience over the years that doctors know the difference between an absorbable supplement that's made out of synthetic nutrients versus a whole food organic supplement formulated into, a nutritional supplement that's much more absorbable and recognizable by the monitoring processes in our bodies. So the body knows when to recognize something that is foreign to the body. So anything that's derived from synthetics is considered by the body to be not of self, not something that it can utilize to maintain itself, repair itself, regenerate new cells, and protect the integrity of the genetic code in the DNA. None of that is up for, discussion as far as these synthetic supplements that are out there. They're not the same. A lot of people have said over the many years that, supplements are supplements, they're all the same, and they're not absorbable. You're going to just urinate them out. They're useless. Well, it's true for some of these synthetics that are out there because I've been examining ingredients for many, many years. And so I know the difference now between what's absorbable and what's utilizable in the body and what isn't. So supplements need to come in whole food form, and the ingredients need to be organic so that there aren't any pesticide residues or anything like that. And yes, the supplement industry has very rigorous standards, and the ingredients that go into supplements are tested to a great extent for any kind of things that don't belong, in the formulations, any toxins or bacteria or any other foreign substances that don't belong in supplements. But even though the standards are very high in the supplements industry, the the absorbability is not quite discussed. It should be a standard. Is the supplement going to be absorbable and utilizable by the human body? There are no standards out there that say a supplement has to pass that test. Okay, so whole food supplements are the best way to go, but synthetic peptides are not. So how do you formulate a peptide to be natural and easily absorbed by the body? Well, they take an animal-derived protein and it undergoes an enzymatic process that splits the protein molecules apart and creates smaller peptide molecules. And that's a whole food form like collagen. That's what collagen is. It's a peptide, a supplement really, but it's actually a food because it's from the collagen from the animal-derived protein from the animal. Okay, so when it comes to whole food, peptides, and those are fine. They're great out there in the industry to so people who want to boost their protein intake and have it be much more absorbable and easily digested, and that's a good way to go too. But as far as the synthetics go, let's go a little bit deeper into this and examine what they're talking about here. So in the process of formulating these synthetic peptide supplements, the toxic chemicals that are used in that production have many side effects. Okay, so let's go in and take a look at what the potential side effects are. So this is what the scientists have found, that people who are tested taking these synthetic peptides have come back with different types of side effects. And one of these are the ones that I want to show you here. Allergic reactions, hives, swelling, difficulty breathing, and heart problems, high blood pressure, fast heart rate, palpitations, fluttering or pounding heartbeat, stomach problems, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, cognitive problems, headaches, dizziness, and fatigue, skin sensitivity and rash, especially when the peptides are applied to the skin, topically to the skin. I mean, you've got these things in the cosmetic industry, the body care products. They're not going to be doing the repair work like they do when they're naturally formed in the body from the inside out endogenously, but exogenously they are not doing much good. So any kind of skin sensitivity and rashes as a result of using any product that contains these synthetic peptides aren't going to, of course, make your skin any healthier. So then we've got immunogenicity, which is synthetic peptides, especially those with inadvertent chemical modifications, can activate potentially autoreactive T cells. So the T cells are the immune cells that come along and detect what doesn't belong in the body, and they activate to destroy and neutralize or carry out, help the body eliminate anything that does not belong to the body. In other words, it's foreign to the body. And also, research has found that there are peptide hormone abuse. So anybody who abuses the peptide hormones can lead to motor paralysis, unable to move the muscles, skeletal muscle damage, diabetes, hypothyroidism, arterial hypertension, sweating, headaches, vomiting, increased risk of atherosclerosis, thrombosis, osteoporosis, and cancer. So these are the scientific research findings. Poor stability and bioavailability. So these synthetic peptides have inherent limitations in their stability and bioavailability, which can impact their effectiveness. If you can't absorb them, they're not going to be effective. Okay, so in other words, they're much better when they're created in the body. That way the body knows it belongs in the body, and they go about and do their 7,000 different jobs all over the body systems. So, factors to consider: source and quality. If you're going to buy a supplement, not just a peptide supplement, the source and the quality of the peptides used can significantly impact safety and efficacy. So there's always that. And then you've got chemical modifications. So all these inadvertent chemical modifications during the synthesis can lead to unintended effects, including activation of the T cells. Route of administration. That's important. The route of administration, like topical or injectable, can influence the potential for side effects. So anytime you're going to inject into the bloodstream the synthetic peptide molecules, then they're not going to, the immune system is going to detect something that's unnatural and mobilizes forces to try to get rid of it, create a whole inflammatory effect. So then you've got individuals. They have their own sensitivities. Everyone's going to be different. So the individuals may have varying sensitivities to peptides, leading to different side effects. Unapproved use, the use of experimental drugs or compounded medications containing peptides poses a risk for immune reactions. Pharmacokinetic issues. Peptides have poor membrane permeability. They're not absorbable through the cell membranes into the universal factories of the cells, or trillions of cells. Whatever makes it through the cell membrane is something that is going to be utilized naturally and fully by helping the body form new tissues and maintain the genetic code integrity, so that the genetics don't get damaged. So there's a lot of things that should not be entering the cell membrane. Okay, so they have the synthetic peptides have poor membrane permeability and in vivo stability, which can limit their application. So in vivo meaning in a live subject, a person, animal, whoever's being tested. So the absorption, distribution, metabolism, and excretion, ADME, of peptides can be unfavorable, impacting their effectiveness. So this is what the research has shown. And I'm going to show you the scientific studies that I discovered. So I pulled three different types of studies. The first one was explaining the challenges in the formulation of synthetic peptides. And so there's problems in the production of these synthetics. There are toxic chemicals that are needed to be used to formulate these kinds of products. So they go into all the different types of chemicals that are used, and as you can see, the different studies that were pulled to confirm everything they're asserting here in this report. So if you click on any one of these, you'll see the groups of scientists and the journals that were reported to of their findings, kind of thing. So they're all over the document here. So that's a good indication that this summary is going to assess the other scientific research that has been ongoing, on this very subject. So this will give you a good idea of the types of solvents that are used in the chemical processes. I mean, these are, not natural. Some of them are downright toxic. So a lot of the chemicals that are used in the development of these synthetics are known to be carcinogenics or disrupting the hormone system, resulting in nerve degeneration, all kinds of problems. So it doesn't look like the industry has been regulated enough to actually put these drugs out on the market. They're called drugs because they're not naturally made in the body. And so anything that is synthetically created, is going to be called a drug in the medical industrial complex industry. So that's, I just wanted to show you that right away you find the challenges, in peptide synthesis and purification from research and development to production. So they'll go over in this article all of the research that's been done on, the problems that have arisen from producing these synthetic peptide supplements. And another research report is another peer-reviewed study, and this is more geared toward the layperson. It's not as technical as the other article, but this one is about exploring the potential of bioactive peptides from natural sources to therapeutics. And by therapeutics, they're referring to the synthetic peptides. So natural sources are natural food sources, or what is made as a result of digesting animal-derived proteins, breaking down these large protein molecules from animal food sources to the smaller chained amino acids called the peptides. So the body, transitions and reduces the foods that we eat down to the molecular levels where the body can utilize them to do the repair work. And so our bodies are made out of mostly protein. We've got other nutrients, circulating around, and we've got, body fat and blood sugars and all these other things. But our structures are made out of proteins, and we need to replenish the maintenance of those structures with animal-derived protein foods because they contain all the essential amino acids that our bodies cannot produce on their own. So that's why animal-derived protein sources are the most important kind of protein you can take in to make sure you're getting all of the amino acids, which are called the building blocks of all the proteins your body makes in order to regenerate itself. Other proteins in the body are like enzymes the body produces and hormones, the immune cells, all these structures in the body, all the cells in the body, multiple trillions of cells in every single system in the body require these amino acids to build the structures of our cells and that kind of thing. So the whole body requires these amino acids. But in the interim between, digesting a piece of meat or any other animal food and resulting it becoming just reducing it down to the amino acid level so that our bodies can rebuild our own proteins in the body. In between that process are the peptides, and those peptides, they circulate all over the body and they arrive at all the cell sites where they are needed for repair process or generating new biochemicals, like I said, the enzymes and the hormones and other proteins that are messenger proteins. All these different proteins are actually some form of peptide, So anyhow, yeah, that's this article will explain the difference between both of those peptides. So bioactive peptides, the types of peptides the body produces, are specific protein fragments with positive health effects. And so, in the research, this is being studied extensively. It's been studied for many years, but now the drug industry wants to formulate the synthetic so that they can call them drugs to sell them to people, when in fact the body produces them naturally and in the most natural way so that it's no threat to the system, not detected as something foreign in the body. So, the studies of these different types of peptides and the effort to turn them into synthetic drugs has been ongoing for many years. So this is just another article that is a peer-reviewed study. I mean, it gathers all kinds of credible scientific research studies from different groups of scientists. And so from all over the world, they're usually from all over the world. But anyhow, you can see that there's a lot of information here. Natural sources, I mean, you can learn all about the plant peptides in here, animal sources. I mean, these are just natural, proteins that you take in, bovine milk, chicken eggs, milk from different animal proteins, depending on where you are in other countries. Apparently other people drink the milk of other animals besides cows and goats. And even out in the ocean, the marine sources, you can find the natural peptides, plant sources, the plants that are normally in people's diets, potatoes, kind of thing, rice, wheat, I mean, all kinds of other grains. So it goes over pretty much the differences between the natural peptides in foods that are absorbable and utilizable immediately into the body. Okay, so yeah, it's they get pretty extensive in these peer-reviewed studies, but the abstract and the introduction and the conclusive summaries are pretty much the best way to quickly glean, what the scientists have found in this area. So I wanted to show you this one last chart where the synthetic peptides that have been manufactured since 2023, apparently the market just took off, $609 million were the sales recorded for that year. And then in 2024, they started climbing. 2025 of this year so far, even more so. And then they're projected from 2026 all the way through 2034 to climb. So if you don't want all of these side effects, then I don't recommend anybody take synthetic peptides. So, there's a lot of things you need to do to clean up your diet and eat from the various food groups. This is why I created my own nutritional synergy food choice system, because all the diets out there are incomplete. They're nutritionally incomplete. They don't take into account taking in the full range of vitamins and minerals and all of the phytochemical compounds that are so beneficial to our health in the plant kingdom. None of that is ever mentioned in so many of these official dietary guidelines. And so, having done the research on the botanicals on this planet for so many years and seeing what the scientists have discovered about their health benefits, they're pretty pan-systemic. They'll go and detoxify, all the synthetic chemicals that we're exposed to. They will repair DNA. They will assist all the organ systems in their functioning. This is very well documented. It's been documented for many years. So the plant kingdom is very, very important. And so my system composes of 14 different categories. So, and that includes the supplement category. So the quality supplements that you take in are very important as well. Like I said earlier, organic, whole food supplements are the only way to nourish your body and make your money's worth as far as the supplements that you want to take into your body. A good vitamin mineral, a whole food complex supplement is a good thing to supplement your diet with. So, and then if you follow my system, the nutritional synergy system, that you will be sure to choose foods from a whole array of different categories and subcategories that aren't ever mentioned or distinguished in other dietary food choice systems or dietary guidelines. So anyway, that was just an aside mentioning why I don't advocate, taking any of these synthetics when if you nourish your body completely and correctly, your body will create the right biochemicals and the right proteins, everything you need to maintain your health well into advanced age without any worry problems. And if you do have health issues, then it's never too late to provide your body with what it needs to actually heal itself. The body knows how to repair and regenerate itself given the right nutrients over time. We have multiple trillions of cells, and it takes a long time for the body to start degenerating and malfunctioning, and it will take a while to correct all that at the DNA level so that the cells function optimally in every body system. Okay, so it's all about everything comes down to nourishing the body correctly at the cellular level. So, okay, that's all about the peptides that I wanted to introduce, and we talked more at length about that in our Friday night Zoom call at the True Health Mastery Institute for my members. So that's why I encourage more people to come and explore what the True Health Mastery Institute that I just launched a month ago is all about. So there's so much more information that's always spilling out of me because I've been studying the human body and nutrients for over 4 decades now. And so, it's the body is so intricately complex and so amazing, and all we have to do is nourish it properly. That's my mantra. I'm saying that more and more often these days, and I'm just going to, intentionally say that at every video that I produce and every speaking engagement, I will be out there asking people, so, what is it that you need? All you need to do is, and the audience should respond, nourish the body completely and correctly and properly. Okay. So anyhow, that's pretty much it for the peptides. Unfortunately, I don't like MDs or anyone else who wants to be a nutritional advisor to make all these assumptions without doing their scientific homework. Who in their right mind would offer a product to the public if the science plainly shows that there are very serious side effects in taking these kinds of supplements, and it's usually a supplement that has one particular aspect of something the body already produces, and they run with it, and they hire their own scientists and formulate their own supplement based on this one particular biochemical the body already produces naturally. And so a lot of times these very expensive supplements out there are either not effective or they're downright, hazardous. So that's my take on synthetic peptide supplements. All right, so I'm going to take you to a new adventure on my website here. So the True Health Mastery Institute of Holistic Personal Health Management, the members that were there tonight, and we had a guest. So I'm still in the stages of recruiting new members since the institute has only been launched for a month. So visitors are always welcome to drop in and listen in and share information or share their health issues or health questions, I should say. It's something that people need answers for, and I seem to have the answers. I've been doing this for so long, and I've had client successes for so many years, and people who've read my books and articles and everything always benefit from them. And live, sessions like we did tonight, and like what I'm recording right now for you. It's very important to get this information out because it's hidden information. It's not out there because people just don't know about it. People aren't educated about it. I seem to be, one of the very few people that I've ever seen, other than one medical doctor in Germany who actually knew, what to do about helping people with healing naturally. And so I haven't run into any naturopathic doctors or other nutritionists or dietitians or any other practitioner who is trying to teach their clients or patients about nutrition. They don't have the years of research behind them, and that's the difference. So I formed the Institute so that people can get this information and get the right information straight from the scientific community, the legitimate scientific peer-reviewed studies. You can't get any more legitimate than that. Of course, science is always changing and researching and learning also, but at least they have a structured standard of delivering accurate information and proven, results also. So that's what this institute is all about, giving you the right scientific information and having people apply it in their everyday lives. I mean, I've compiled nutritional healing protocols for clients for years, right, based on the science. And lo and behold, their health improves. That's the most rewarding thing I've ever done and seen in people. So over the years, there's been these health transformations, right? And that's what I write about now. That's what I teach about now. Okay, so anyway, I'm encouraging and I'm inviting you to become a member of the True Health Mastery, the True Health Mastery Institute of Holistic Personal Health Management. I always shorten it to the True Health Mastery Institute. But yeah, it is about your own personal health management and becoming a true master at it, mastering your own health. Can you imagine having enough knowledge and always gaining more and more knowledge? Because I'm always learning too, and whatever I learn, I pass on. I'll be passing on to my members and I pass on to other audiences. But this membership is very exclusive where you learn the truth and you get things answered. You get your questions answered so that you can take this information and apply it to your own health and see the results for yourself. So, people always said, oh, go to Mary Esther, she'll heal you of anything. Well, it's not that. It's teaching what to eat, what not to put in your body, what toxins, what has adverse effects on your health, and the right types of foods and nutrients, getting that into the body on a regular basis over time so that the body has time to regenerate itself completely. And lo and behold, it knows how to heal itself. All it needs is those right nutrient factors. Okay, so the Institute, tonight's call was very lively and informative to everyone, and it was great fun for me. If someone asks a question, then right away I look it up for us, and the teaching goes off in different directions, even though the subject tonight was about the synthetic peptides. But yeah, it just expanded into other areas, and I got the answers for them right there and then, so that and also teaching people how to get the right answers too. That's extremely important too, because people can do their own research on the internet and um, they won't find the right research. If you don't type in the search term science journal at the end of your search term, when you're looking up anything at all, you're only going to get misinformation, disinformation, propaganda, sales pitches. You'll land on websites that are pushing their products and not knowing a lot about ingredients. Oftentimes you may end up purchasing something that someone who sounds like a great authority on the subject, you'll trust them and buy a very expensive, useless product. That's what's been my experience in, finding out what these people are selling and what they have to say. So they are very often very not informed enough to be selling their products. So that's what I do too. I mean, I've been a consultant for various companies, but I consult companies on their product ingredients and teach their salespeople, their associates or distributors, how their products work and why they work, and teach them about the botanicals, say, or the nutrients in their formulations so they can be better salesperson. They can help people solve problems. So this is what is expanding constantly, right? So it all starts with learning how to nourish your body. And hi, I'm right here. This is where to find the answers. I've, been doing this for so long, and the results have spoken for me, right? So anyhow, again, I invite you to become a member of the True Health Mastery Institute. So you can just go to my website, holisticchoices.com, and it will be at the link in the description box by the time you see this message. And then click on the True Health Master Institute link once you get to my website, and it'll take you to this page. And you can read all about the perks and what you'll enjoy as a member, all the amazing things that you'll learn. And if you still have questions before you want to join, you can always just fill in the name and email and ask me your question and submit it, and I'll be happy to help you answer, give you answer any questions you might have. Okay, so anyhow, it's very easy to join. You just click the join here. If you're already a member, you log in right there. And the two things I'm offering right now is the online course, Nutritional Synergy, which is my 14 category food choice system that I've used for clients to heal them of all manner of ailments through the years. Again, nourish the body completely and correctly, and it takes those nutrients and it knows exactly what to do with them, and to reverse the degenerative health process, and toward the optimal health vibrancy that you deserve, right? And the body knows how to revert back to once it's well nourished regularly on a regular basis, right? So the Nutritional Synergy System is a book that I've written. You can purchase the book separately from the course, but I recommend that if you take the course, to actually also buy the book so that you can follow along on the course. So there's different modules in the course. I'll take you through that in a moment. But to become a member, all you do is just for just $12.97 a month, it'll automatically be deducted. I don't take in 3, 6, 12-month memberships. It's just monthly, and you can cancel at any time. So it's just an automatic thing, so you don't have to remember, to pay for it. So that's how the system has me set this up. And the choice is, I like that choice the best for everyone involved. It's a win-win situation. All right, so you select the button and then you sign up. It'll give you the order summary, and you just go through the payment process through the secure checkout system. And then to sign up, you have to provide, a little bit more information, your name and your email address, the password that you set up for your membership site. You'll have your own, membership site where you can log in and look at all of the different tabs that you can look at to access the library that's there, years of articles that I've written and videos that I've produced. So there's a lot of great educational material that you can spend many, weeks um, reading and listening and watching the videos. So there's a lot to do. And of course, the the site that I just came from, the page, it'll tell you everything here that you'll get and what it's all about, really, other than what I've just told you. So going back to that join here page, you can just join, right there. Or if you want to take a look at the nutritional synergy course, and if you want to join, then here's the payment processing for that. And so you sign up for the course, and it'll take you through the same thing, kind of thing. But once you get into the course, I can show you the the course itself and what it entails. So I will go to my back office. As the owner of the site, I'm not able to view from the visitor's perspective. So I like to go in and go back to my editing area to show you what the inside of the institute looks like. I'm not going to show you everything, of course, because then we'd be here a little bit longer, but I'm going to let this load here. It's taking a little longer than usual. I have a massive site, very, very large site. So it's loading it here. Okay, it's acting a little slowly for some reason. Okay, so the members area, you won't see it this way, but I'm looking at it because I'm looking at it from the editor's perspective, in the back office here. But if you go to the members area and it'll take you to my account. When you sign up, it'll take you to my account in the members area. And I'm going to show you what you would see. I'm giving you the preview so you can see it much better. Okay, so you can insert your picture here. You can use the drop-down list to view all the different tabs here, and it'll keep track of your profile, whatever addresses you want to save there, your wallet, your orders, your subscriptions. If you subscribe to the True Health Journal, it'll be listed here, or if you enroll with the nutritional program, then it'll be listed there. So, all kinds of other private things behind the scenes that you'll be able to manage your own account. So, here's the live Q&A Fridays that we just did tonight. It's every week at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So it'll be 6 o'clock, depending on if your area is going by daylight saving time or not. So that's going to vary, but always check to see what Mountain Standard Time is. So the only exception would be the Navajo Nation, and they have mountain daylight saving times too, but the rest of Arizona, where I am, does not observe it. So we never change our time. So it's kind of a good place to gauge, what the time zones are as they change everywhere else. So anyhow, Friday, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time is where the Friday night calls, the live calls, where we interact and ask the questions and get you the information that you need and you ask for. There's, like I said, there's the library archives, and here's another link that goes directly to the Nutritional Synergy course that I offer. And I have an array of supplements. I have a store that I offer only the best supplements that I could find based on the research that I've done over the years. So you get the best nutritional supplements that I've been able to find in the world. And so I've had a number of them over the years that I haven't found any better yet. Sometimes that changes, as it's been known to change, but yeah, you'll get the best of supplements. And so I'm going to show you something else here, back to my editor. Okay, so program pages, the online course, I'm going back to that page to show you once again. It'll take you to, when you click on that other page where it showed the price for the online course. It'll take you to this page here. So in here, though, you can see the course description. Okay, and so I'm going to give you the preview that you would see, not my back office area. And if you click on before you even enroll, you can enroll in the course right away. But if you want to check out the different the modules that are in the course, then you can go to this page. Just click on that button. It'll take you here, and you can just look at the different modules. And this is based on the book itself. So every chapter coincides with every module. There are 15 modules. And once you complete each module, it'll allow you to go on to the next one. And so when you finish it, you will get a certificate of completion. And so, that says a lot. You'll be so proud of yourself, and you'll be so highly educated and so highly informed on how your body works and what nutrients to give your body and how to transform your health. So, that's exactly what I offer here. Alrighty, so that's what I wanted to show you. And again, I'd love to welcome you as a new member or even as a new enrollee in the Nutritional Synergy course. So I hope you got some valuable information. I hope you like what you saw and heard here tonight. And I invite you again to become a member, and the link will be in the description box below so that you can go directly to it and enroll as a member. Also, if you like what you've seen and heard, please click the like button. That will activate the algorithms of YouTube and get this information to more people out there who are desperately looking for ways to improve their health, and they're just not finding the answers out there, or they're running into a lot of dead ends. They're trying all kinds of things and things aren't working, and their health might be getting worse. So let's help someone to reverse that trend, that degenerative downward spiral, and help them get back on track. And I hope this helps you as well to help you, give you the incentive and give you the right information you need to improve your health. All right. And also you might want to subscribe to the channel where you'll be notified as to when I publish more videos. If you want to tap that notification bell, you'll be notified whenever a new video comes up. All right. And to my regular subscribers, welcome back. And thank you so much for hanging in here with me again today. And I hope to see you in the Institute as well. If you have filled out the form on my website, holisticchoices.com, the contact form, and asking me to notify you when the Institute has been launched, which it has been. It's been launched for 4 weeks now. So if you want to get on my mailing list, just fill out that form and let me know if you'd like to become a member, or just go directly to the link and join and sign up. Okay, so I want to make this worth your while, whatever you may choose to do. And so I want to share this information. I want to make humanity healthy again. Alrighty, so we will talk later, and I will say good night to you all. See you next time. Bye-bye.